Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. 2026 Yamaha Bolt 250 just might be your gateway into that timeless world of open roads, chrome, and thumping engines. Yamaha, a brand that's deeply embedded in the culture of motorcycles, brings to the table a modern yet retro-inspired take on what an entry-level cruiser should be. It's a machine crafted for urban explorers, weekend riders, and anyone who wants a stylish two-wheeler with enough character to turn heads at a red light, yet remains easy enough to ride daily without feeling overpowered. The Bolt 250 isn't just another entry in Yamaha's cruiser lineup, it's a thoughtful reimagining of the mid-range classic, scaled down for accessibility without stripping away the DNA that made the original Bolt series a hit. Yamaha understands the rising demand for approachable displacement cruisers, ESP. Suspension duties are handled by telescopic front forks and dual rear shocks that are tuned more for comfort than aggression, soaking up city potholes and undulating rural roads with ease. The 19-inch front and 16-inch rear alloy wheels, wrapped in thick rubber, give the Bolt a planted stance and also help in absorbing uneven surfaces. Silently in markets where 250 cubic centimeters bikes are the sweet spot for both licensing and affordability. And so, instead of merely downsizing for the sake of entry-level performance, Yamaha engineered the 2026 Bolt 250 to carry the spirit of its larger siblings while appealing to newer riders and budget-conscious veterans alike. Fire it up, and you're greeted with a subtle growl from the updated exhaust system, a deep, confident note that feels far more mature than its displacement suggests. The heart of the Bolt 250 is a newly refined 249 cubic centimeters air-cooled, single-cylinder engine, tuned for smooth torque delivery, ease of maintenance, and fuel efficiency. It produces a modest yet satisfying 20.5 horsepower and about 19 Nm of torque, plenty for relaxed cruising, city commuting, or short highway runs. Power is delivered through a 5-speed gearbox that shifts with Yamaha's signature smoothness, while the fuel injection system ensures crisp throttle response even in low gears or sudden acceleration. What really defines the Bolt 250, though, is the way it rides. It isn't about blistering speed or track performance, it's about character and comfort. With a low seat height of just 690 mm, even shorter riders can plant their feet firmly at stoplights, giving an immediate sense of confidence. The upright ergonomics, mid-mounted foot pegs, and slightly swept-back handlebars allow for a relaxed riding posture that's perfect for long stints in the saddle. Add to that a curb weight of just around 162 kilograms, and you've got a machine that feels planted and stable without being cumbersome. Braking is managed by a single 282 mm disc up front and a 220 mm disc at the rear, equipped with a standard dual-channel ABS setup, a much welcome feature in this segment, especially for newer riders. Visually, the Bolt 250 stays true to the cruiser aesthetic with its elongated fuel tank, round LED headlamp, stubby rear fender, and prominent teardrop-shaped exhaust. It looks rugged yet refined, with exposed frame elements and minimalistic design that echoes Yamaha's less is more philosophy. In fact, at first glance, it's easy to mistake the Bolt 250 for something with a bigger engine, thanks to the bike's muscular tank, chunky tires, and low-slung stance. Available in 3 striking color options, midnight black, urban copper, and steel gray, the Bolt has a finish that feels premium beyond its price point. The detailing is impressive. From the machined alloy wheels to the brushed metal accents on the exhaust, Yamaha has clearly paid attention to making this bike feel more upscale than your average 250 cubic centimeters. Even the digital analog instrument cluster adds to the charm, with a large analog speedometer and a digital readout for gear position, fuel level, odometer, and trip data. It's simple, effective, and keeps with the retro-modern theme. One of the standout features of the 2026 Bolt 250 is its emphasis on customization. Yamaha is offering a full range of accessories, from sissy bars, saddlebags, and fly screens to LED turn indicators and exhaust upgrades. Riders can personalize their Bolt 250 to reflect their own style, whether they want a stripped-down bobber look or a weekend tourer setup with luggage and wind protection. This flexibility is part of what makes the Bolt 250 not just a bike, but a canvas for self-expression. And when it comes to fuel efficiency, the Bolt 250 continues Yamaha's trend of frugality. Riders can expect upwards of 35 to 38 km/L under normal riding conditions, which means weekend trips don't require constant fuel stops, and daily commuting remains economical. With a fuel tank capacity of 13 liters, this translates to a practical real-world range of nearly 450 kilometers on a full tank, making it ideal not just for city dwellers, but also for riders who like to stretch their legs beyond urban boundaries. The 2026 Yamaha Bolt 250 doesn't just cater to first-time bikers. It's also a smart second bike for experienced riders who want a fuss-free cruiser with enough style to draw attention and enough comfort to ride every day. It's especially appealing to those who have always loved cruisers but found most of them too heavy, too expensive, or simply too much bike for their lifestyle. In this way, the Bolt 250 manages to do what very few bikes in this space can. Make you feel like you're riding something bigger, more powerful, and more premium, all while keeping things light, manageable, and affordable. Speaking of affordability, the 2026 Yamaha Bolt 250 is expected to launch at a competitive price of around $4,499, which undercuts many rivals while offering more in terms of style, features, and refinement. In countries like India and other parts of Asia where 250 cubic centimeters bikes dominate the streets, the Bolt 250 is also expected to be priced attractively around 3.2 Indian rupees lakhs ex-showroom, giving buyers a cruiser-style option that doesn't break the bank. For what it offers, the Bolt 250 punches well above its weight class in terms of value. Competitors like the Honda Rebel 300 or the Royal Enfield Meteor 350 may offer similar experiences, but Yamaha's edge lies in its refined engineering, reliability, and the unmistakable Japanese build quality. The Bolt 250 slots right between these bikes, offering modern features with classic looks in a package that is lighter, easier to ride, and less intimidating. It is the kind of bike that doesn't ask much from its rider but rewards them with every twist of the throttle. Whether you're new to cruisers or a returning rider looking for a simple yet soulful ride, the Bolt 250 answers the call. Yamaha's intention here is clear: to democratize the cruiser experience. And they've succeeded. With its laid-back attitude, low-slung stance, reliable engine, and affordable pricing, this bike captures the magic of cruising without the complications. To sum it all up, the 2026 Yamaha Bolt 250 is more than just an entry-level motorcycle. It's an invitation to the cruiser lifestyle, redefined for the new generation of riders. It doesn't try to impress with flashy specs or aggressive marketing gimmicks, it simply delivers a solid, satisfying ride with the looks to match and the practicality to make it an everyday companion. From the smooth thump of the engine to the way it hugs the road, everything about the Bolt 250 feels purposeful. And in a world where motorcycles are becoming increasingly complex, it's refreshing to see a bike that brings things back to basics in the best way possible. So, whether you're a young enthusiast buying your first big-looking bike or a seasoned rider wanting something cool and carefree, the Bolt 250 deserves a long, hard look. Thanks for joining us today on Bike Culture Hub. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Yamaha Bolt 250, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more bike reviews, and drop a comment below telling us what your dream cruiser is. Until next time, keep your visor clean, your throttle steady, and your spirit wild. Ride safe, ride free.